Hello everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in for your monthly forecast for the month of December of 2022. I'm wishing you all the very best of holiday season. My name is Vickieverlie, and you can find me at vickieverlie.com or the Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. There's much to talk about this month as Jupiter is changing signs, and we will also be having the solstice on the 21st. It's going to be an exciting holiday season. Be sure to check your sun, rising, and moon. If you enjoy my content, please do hit the like and subscribe button to let YouTube algorithm know and others know who are searching for content like mine. I appreciate this end of the year, all you've done for me this year and throughout the next. Wishing you the very best in the holiday season. Now, without further ado, on to the reading. Hello Aries, and thanks for joining me for your December of 2022 Taroscope with Animal Totem. The decks that we're going to be using in this reading are the Druidcraft Tarot for the main portion of the reading. Then we're going to come around with my Rock and Roll Prophetess Rock and Roll Tarot deck here, the mini version, the 3rd edition. And then as always, we're going to pull your Animal Totem card for the upcoming month. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be some additional cards pulled from the Aquarian Tarot is what we're going to be using. So let's move all these out of the way and we're going to start the reading. I do want to talk a little bit about the astrology because it's super important, especially for your sign, because Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, good fortune, is coming back into your sign. And it's not going to be in there for very long. It's going to shoot right through and be out in May. It usually spends about a year, but it's been a little erratic this last year or so. Jupiter was in your sign last year in 2022 from May through October. So for many of you, this could be something coming up that had to do with something from around May or October. But definitely what it will do is just bring that attention to you. You're going to be glowing. You're going to be shining. You're going to be admitting this personal magnetism, and people are going to be drawn to you. So use that energy wisely. Put your best foot forward. That's what the guides are coming through, is put your best foot forward and, shine your light, because it is going to be your time to shine. It's a pretty major thing. This is going to happen on the 20th, which is interesting because the very next day is the 21st, and that's the solstice, which is also a huge shift for everybody. And then there's going to be a new moon on the 23rd too. It's like, so the 20th, there's 3 big events happening right in a row around the solstice. The solstice does affect everybody, but it affects you more than some because you are a cardinal sign, okay? There's the 4 cardinal signs. It's Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. And you are Aries. It's happening in Capricorn, but when it activates you. It activates you by a square, so it definitely can make things happen. And every time that the sun moves into a cardinal sign is when we do have our seasonal changes. So you're one of this, the elite group. That's what they're saying. You're one of an elite group. I don't know if you're elite, but you're definitely in the mix and you're in the soup for this month. Okay, let's go ahead and get your shuffle going. This deck is very large, and it's a little difficult to shuffle, but it's got some great imagery, and it should show up on camera also because it's nice and large. What is coming up for our Aries Sun, Rising Moon, or anybody who has prominent Aries in their chart or crosswatchers for the month of December 2022? I almost want to say 2023 because I've been talking about 2023 so much. This one wants to stay, so we're going to leave it. The 7 of Pentacles, so building something. 7 of Pentacles, crossed by the Lord, who is the Emperor there. The 14 is the Ferret. I'm not even sure about that. If that's Temperance, we're going to have to look that up real quick. Hangman. What I'm noticing right off, though, is, boy, are you getting a lot of major arcana. It looks like you're getting a ton of major arcana here. The Sun, another major arcana. 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, the 6 of Cups, and then the final outcome is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so as to any court cards that show up, meaning the ones that are people, there's no gender in these readings, so you can apply it to whoever you may. I just want to double check that 14, is that Temperance, or I just got to double check I have my major arcana written down over here for just such an occasion. It is the Temperance card. I like it. I like the imagery on this. This is the basis of the situation, and it's creating your life. I like that in the traditional tarot, the Temperance card always is the angel doing the mixing. But this is bringing it really down to earth, which I really like. In the Northern Hemisphere, you know, this is that time. Well, I guess it's green outside. But these hanging herbs and stuff, that reminds me of the winter, and you've got the cauldron and the pot going. So you're cooking up something. What grabs me on this card is the rainbow in the background. The rainbow in the background really grabs me, and then also when I look at it a little more, these carving on the side, like there's some deep, going back ancestral, you know, to what we might deem primitive times or something. But there's something about a tie-in between the old ancestors and the primitive times and the modern times. And the Star of David up there, which is almost like a pentacle, really stands up to me. And you do have, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So it does seem like some of you are putting together, cooking up a job, cooking up a new career move, cooking up your next career move, co-creating with the elements. It's almost as if she's holding it up, and the sunshine is part of the magic of the potion or whatever she's brewing here, like that sunshine or that light. So she's working with the elements of the earth and really bringing it down into the earth. You've been waiting a while. This hangman I'm not thrilled with because he looks so in pain and suffering, and the hangman is not in pain and suffering traditionally, but since it does depict that way, I want to say that, you know, some of this, if you have been in some pain and suffering, it is waning, it is going in the past. There are some big turnabouts happening. I'm hearing turnabout is fair play, so I'm not sure what that's for. Big turnabouts, big changes happening, but they can be for the better. They absolutely can be. There's definitely some money things coming on. Some of you are dealing with the Lord or the Emperor. Somebody's dealing with somebody that's difficult. You know, maybe your boss, your supervisor, you know, I was going to say an important client, but the guides are coming through with a toxic client. So there's somebody here who is, you know, blocking you from flourishing. You know, you're building something, and you have this, he's picking the herbs, he's doing the sunlight. You have kind of this innate knowing about it, or you know what's right for you. You know the right way to go. You're being led. You're being guided by your inner guidance. And this person, maybe somebody who is, I have to put some tissues in my ears. Sorry, I'm getting itchy ears from, I'm sure the neighbors out there blowing their toxic fumes with their dryer. And that's why my ears are starting to itch and everything. And I have to get a cough drop too. Sorry, ears. It's in my throat too. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about this. You have this innate knowing. You're working with the elements. You're working with nature. You're grounding it into reality. Even if it's something outside of the box, you know, like you're experimenting. She's cutting the herbs and then experimenting with the different, you know, mix it up a little. Put some new things in your recipe of life or something, because there's new money starting. Six of Cups, you know, don't get too hung up on the past. This usually is a card of happiness, but don't get too hung up on the past. For some of you, there's going to be a prominent thing going on with children. I mean, it's the holiday season, so maybe you're going to be around, you know, family and children. But the Sun is also, there's this purity to it. There's a purity, there's you really knowing and being pure to yourself. And following your own inspiration. Yeah, that's a good one. Follow your own inspiration. Because you will feel inspired with this Jupiter too. Follow your inspiration, or inspiring Jupiter. I have to write something down about this, because this is really the key thread to this reading, I feel. Inspiring Jupiter. I'll look at it later. It looks like it says update. Jupiter! Jupiter! There we go. Sorry, if I don't write these things down, I'll forget them just like that. Queen of Cups is the final outcome. So again, it's calling you to, I mean, you're a fire sign, you're extroverted, but it's kind of calling you into this inner knowing, this inner kind of calmness, this inner calmness, finding that inner calmness and staying true to your course in that way, not through outward aggression. Because outwardly you might have to play the game. You might have to do what the Emperor of the Lord says. You might have to play the game. You might have to do, but inwardly, don't lose that path. Don't lose that train of thought, or that train of, that thread of whatever you're doing here. I need to turn that light off. I didn't realize it was glaring on you. Okay, let's get your animal totem going here. The sun card is cut off, so if you wanted to get a closer look at that. By the way, all the decks that I'm using, there's links in the description for everything that I'm going to use. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, Aries. We're going to find you. We're going to look for the fire sign court card, Queen, King, Knight of Aries, of fire, or rods, staffs. There's a lot of different words for the rods. Wands. And then we're going to find you in there, and then the cards that surround you will tell us some more information. Okie dokie, where is the Aries? The sun card, again, right next to itself. If you can see that. Let me try to move the whole thing up a little. Okay, yeah, these cards are very big, maybe too large for the video, but Queen of Cups again. Sun and the Queen of Cups together. So this is significant. This Queen of Cups is going to bring out that sun energy. She's going to bring out, he or she is going to bring out this this sun glowing energy. For some of you, this may, if not you, it might be like your daughter, daughter-in-law, sister, who's the one who's pregnant if there's a baby coming. Okay, let's see here. Emperor again. Emperor twice. Emperor and Empress. Okay, we're looking for your card, which is going to be any of the adult fire sign cards, and then we'll have some more information to get into this a little bit deeper for you, give you a little bit more insights. While we're looking, I want to remind everybody I do have the year ahead reading. It'll be available till the end of this month if you wanted to get in on that. You can find that information below. We're going a while. This is... Sometimes when we don't find you for a while, it can talk about timing. It can talk about things may take a little... There you are, finally. And both, well, probably going to get all three of them. I wouldn't be surprised. We're going to go one more row below. Sometimes when it takes a while to find you, as it did, I'm going to move this back down here because we're over here now. That can mean that it may take a little time for things to manifest. For it to fully manifest. They're saying for you to fully be immersed in it. And again, it seems to be going along the lines for a career for many of you. Because here's you, if you're not following. This, you can really just don't even worry about that. We're just looking at these cards right here. These are the ones that represent you. And it's interesting that you show us the Knight and the King both together. So growth along the way. There's still more growth to do. This isn't the destiny. This is destiny, but I saw destination. It's not the final destination. It's the journey. You're on the journey with the Chariot here. Let that happen, by the way. I saw destination. Let that happen with these words on these cards. Definitely about money. There's a lot of things about money, but you're going to do very well with it. You're up for the challenge, Aries. You're up for the challenge. They're giving me a parable, but I'm not getting it right. But basically it says, with something about with good things comes good work or something like that. I don't know. It's going to take some, some ambition and drive on your part. But luckily, that's something that Aries are not lacking in. Your ambition, that's your jam. That's you all day. The stars bringing in the wish card. So working with, they have the Hangman and the Queen of Cups. So that's working with the spirit realm, and then you have that whole thing about bringing it down into the earth. It's a process. The guys are saying it's a process. But you have Ace of Pentacles twice. I know it's way up here, but it's in this kind of following your path down. Aligning with your destiny, Go to your highest calling. Don't sell yourself short. Don't go into imposter syndrome. That's not usually an Aries thing, but, don't be afraid to step out there. They're saying step out onto the world stage. That's what the guys just came through with. So that might be a good headline for you. Let me write that one down if I can get it in there. Step onto the world stage. Yeah. Well, so if you're thinking about putting out a YouTube channel or doing some kind of, writing a book or releasing, there's so many ways you can step out into the world stage these days, and you don't need anybody's permission or approval. You can just do it. Okay. let's go ahead and get your shuffle going for your animal totem for the month of December for our Aries friends. The snake. Well, it was right away I felt like snake, like somebody, there might be some snaky things going on, but snake has a deeper meaning. It's Kundalini awakening. You know, snake has other things, and it's also shedding of your skin, you know, making this big shift of shedding of your skin. Now, real quick on that Jupiter cycle, I should just tell you guys too, because Jupiter in Aries, besides it being in your sign, let me look this up before I forget, if I could find my box with all my stuff in it. I got a different setup here than I do when I do the other reading. Well, yeah, it was about 12 years ago. You know, I'll have to find it, but it was about 12 years ago. We go on a 12-year cycle with this Jupiter stuff. So it could, you know, you could definitely benefit from going back and looking at 12 years back. You know, what was going on 12 years ago, because that could be cycling around again. That could also be a cycle that's come to completion. And there definitely is a very strong energy of this, you know, shedding your skin, you know, removing the old and entering the new. And that's really great for you too, Aries, because you're all about that too. You're all about entering the new. I have found my little thing that I was kind of digging for here. So I do want to tell you those years, because it could be really relevant. So going backwards from here, it was 2011, and then before that 1999, before that 1987, before that 1975, 63, 51, depending on your age, how many of those transits you've experienced. But you've experienced this before, and this is coming around for this cycle again. Kundalini activation, carnal knowledge, portal to awakening the primal chi energy. The new you is emerging. Yes, it is. The new you is emerging. All right, Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, real quick before we go, don't forget about the year ahead readings, the most popular reading of the year. I've been real busy with it. Turnaround is currently about 7 to 10 days, so it's not terribly long. I do my best to get you in within a week, but sometimes it may run a little longer than that. So that's going on. That'll only be available till the end of December, so if you want to get in on that 2023, check that out. And also, if you haven't already, my Christmas song is out, and you can find the link to both music platforms, and then there's also a music video. It's an old time, I wrote it, but it's a traditional Christmas song. You know, it's not really rock or anything. It's traditional music. I wrote it way back in the 80s while I was looking at this Christmas tree, real pretty Christmas tree we had one year. And I wrote this song a long time ago. So check it out if you have a Christmas playlist on any of the music platforms. I would love it if you could add my song to that playlist. That would just thrill me to no end. As does all your support throughout the year, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging around with me for coming up on 10 years. February is going to be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out. I want to do something different. I was going to figure something out. I got to mark that date in some way. But anyways, all the support, those of you that have been around forever with me, and those of you that are new, thank you all. I appreciate your support. Please do hit that subscribe button so that the YouTube algorithm and other people know and can watch my channel and benefit from the readings. I wish you all the best. One last thing. While you're doing your holiday shopping, why not consider purchasing some gifts from independent creators? These are some of my notebooks that are very inexpensive. You can find links below. They come in lined, which is the journal, and then they come in, you know, unlined, blank, and those are the sketchbooks. And I have many things available on my website, but not only me, but all independent creators. Why feed the corporate greed? Why not purchase things from independent creators, whether it's in your own community or even on Etsy or, you know, different places? Go check out artists' websites from Instagram, because almost everybody will have some kind of, you know, notebooks, t-shirts, and things like this with really cool, or phone cases and stuff, and often very inexpensive. So, and support your local or your independent creators in whatever form. And if you want to support this independent creator, you can find the links below. Hey everybody, have the best holiday season. We'll see you again in the new year for the next year's horoscopes. Until then, remember, you're love and beauty incarnate. Have a great one. Patreon, you're up next. Bye.